you need to know something. I have ridden a lot of bikes and I've owned a lot of bikes, but I have never, I repeat, I have never had a bike I liked better than this KTM 250XE, and I've never had a bike that ran better than this. I've also never had a Shurco I liked better than that one. That's a 22 250 SE. The reason why I need to just mention this to you is because I am giving both of these bikes away today. If you go to my website right now before midnight on September 30th, you can enter to win these things, and I'm gonna double your chances of winning these things. Why do I do these sweepstakes? It's because I want to be able to ride bikes, review bikes, and then turn around and give them to you. I pay for them at full price. I wrote full checks for both of these bikes, as with everything else that I do, and then I'm able to just talk about it, okay? So let me just get one thing out of the way. This bike, this KTM 250XE, it does have cone valve forks and a track shock. That will not be coming on the bike. It will come with the stock suspension, as will the Shurco come with the stock suspension. But it's gonna come with the graphics kit on this bike, and these bikes are fully tricked out. I have never had a Shurco I liked better, and I've never had a KTM I liked better than this one. I've had some really good bikes. There's some really good bikes out there. Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Husky, Gas. They all have some really good bikes, but these two bikes have been just an absolute blast to ride this summer, and I've loved them everywhere I took them. I actually just took the KTM just a couple of days ago up in the mountains, and I had the best time. Just the best time. Forgot I was riding a machine, and I wanna pass that along to you. So you go to my website, you pick up some gear, automatic entry with all orders, and you can also use my links to Rocky Mountain ATV. It's probably right down here in the video description, or it's over on my website. You just click that link to Rocky Mountain ATV, and then you buy anything they sell, and you get automatic entries into the sweepstakes. So go ahead and do that. What is so amazing about these two bikes? A couple different things. So with the KTM 250XE, it's just a smooth, linear, snappy, in-your-face power, and I absolutely love it. And the bike feels light and agile, and it feels stable. That's one of the cool things about the XE platform, is it feels very, very stable when you're going down the trail. If you hit whoops, if you hit things like that, the bike just kind of stays in line. Maybe not quite as much as a 4-stroke would, but this bike for a 2-stroke just stays really planted and just really keeps you going in a straight line. The Shurco 250 SE, it's a little bit more of a torquey motor, and that's the fun part about the Shurco, is it feels more like a 300. In fact, the Shurco 250 SE, again, favorite bike I've had from Shurco, it's more like a 275 as far as the way it feels. Now, because it's a carbureted bike that's got a little bit more gravelly, a little bit rougher build up to the power, but when you do get in that meat of the power, it's great, it's really, really in your face. But then it does sign off a little bit quicker. I feel like the KTM, the power curve is more linear and goes a little bit higher through the RPM range where it's pulling harder, whereas the Shurco is more like a 300 where it shines off a little bit faster up in the upper echelons of the RPM range, but it just lugs and it grunts and it goes. It's carbureted, it's a pre-mix bike, it's got the stock carburetor on it, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Whereas the KTM is TPI, fuel injected, oil injected, so you can put pump gas in the thing and then it just goes. And because I put an idle screw in the bike so that I can adjust my air bypass screw independently of the idle, that was the first thing to make it run really well. And then I was tweaking my power valve to get it exactly the way I want. And this bike runs like a screaming eagle. Everywhere I've gone, every single time, and I absolutely love it. If you cannot tell by the sound of my voice, and if you cannot tell by the look on my face, these motorcycles right here, these dirt bikes are the pinnacle. They're the pinnacle of off-road dirt bikes, off-road racing, enduro bikes. You do not get better than these two. You put these two bikes together and you say 252 strokes, holy crap. They just speak to me. And if you haven't had one, I mean, you just don't know what you're missing. So many people go straight to the 300s because it's like it's the biggest motor and they think this is what I want. I want you to just listen to what I'm saying now. If you don't win one of these bikes from me, please, please, please try one of them. If you've never tried a Shurco, go ahead and try it. It's fantastic, especially if you're, I mean, for me, I'm 6 feet tall. I feel my main gripe is that I feel a little cramped. If you're 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", the Shurco is probably gonna make you feel a little bit more comfortable because the cockpit's gonna make you feel like it's a little bit more compact and you can reach everything. For me, I just feel a little hunched over when I'm on the Shurcos. It's not a bad thing, but it's just something to know. Whereas I feel like I can stretch out a little bit more on the KTM, but both of these motors are absolutely freaking phenomenal, incredible. I don't even know what other attributes I can use, what other adjectives, but they're absolutely amazing and I love them. I'm going to miss both of these bikes dearly. And I don't say that with every giveaway I do, but I'm gonna miss these suckers for sure. I'm trying to replace this with a 23 250XC, which is gonna go to the, like KTM is doing a different throttle body injection. They're doing a bunch of different stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna replace. Well, I've got an electric bike actually. Little teaser, there's an electric bike sitting right out the door. An electric bike with a clutch. It's an Electric Motion Escape R. That's the other thing that I've got cooking here, but that'll be in a future giveaway. I don't know if it'll be the December giveaway or not. We'll be doing another giveaway in December at the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. Man, I cannot thank you guys enough. If you've ever bought anything from me, a hat, a shirt, tie-downs, hoodie, anything off my website, you are literally the reason why this channel still exists and you are keeping this thing afloat. If you've ever used my links to Rocky Mountain ATV, you're keeping this sucker afloat. If you've used Patreon or PayPal or any of these other things, you're the reason why it exists. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you have questions, reach out to me. It's been tough for me to get back to people on email the last little bit, but it's kyle@dirtbikechannel.com, or you can hit me up through my website. So thank you so much. Please get your entries in for this sweepstakes. These bikes are absolutely freaking incredible, and I'm so excited to give them away to 2 lucky people here in the DBC faithful. And until next time, that's what I got for you. Until next time, leave a single track.